Hi and welcome to lesson 5. In lesson 5 we're going to learn a new control. Now in VB6 it was called the image control, but it has a different name in VB.NET or the .NET ecosystem. So we're going to create a new project. So right click add new project and we're just going to call it image. So again, Windows Forms, next, call it image app, and we'll go next and pick version 8 again, wait for that to load and assume that the design is not going to load again. Yep, error again. Now you could look into that error if you wanted to, but since we have a workaround, we're just going to close the solution, save, close Visual Studio, and reopen it, and then jump straight back into the project and hope that it opens. So, what's the point of an image control? Well, as you might expect, it's a control that allows you to display an image to the user. So if we open up the designer, we'll open up the toolbox, pin that as usual, and once it's loaded, the general toolbox should show all the different controls that we can use, and we'll search for what looks like an image control. So as you can see, Visual Studio is still working in the background. It's restoring some NuGet packages. We'll resize the form, and having a look down at the different controls, we can see the usual image icon, and instead of being an image control, it's a picture box. So we'll add a picture box to the form and drag it out to the size. Now we want to dynamically set what this picture will show, so let's add on a text box like we have in most of the other lessons. We'll make that a bit larger, and then we'll add a button as well, so we can force the tell the form to load when we want it to. Now I double clicked on the button instead of just single clicking, so we didn't want to do that for now. Let's just reposition that. Now what control or what picture did we show back in the day in VB6? It was, of course, the clouds bitmap. So I'll keep a copy of this in the project for you, and you'll be able to use this, but as I said, you can put any image you want in here. So again, text box, we'll go to the text property, we'll set the path, and we'll say clouds.bitmap. So we've defaulted the value there so that it's easier to display this, but this could be a folder picker or a file picker, and we'll get to that in a future lesson, but for now we're just going to hard code it. If we double click on the button again, we now want a way of setting that picture box. So go back to the design, we can see that this is called picture box 1. It's not a great name, but you can rename it if you want. We're going to say picture box, and then how are we going to put the image into the picture box? Well, we can press dot for IntelliSense to pop up and have a look at some of the methods that are available on this picture box control. And one of them is called load. So if we quickly on load, it says this displays the image specified by the picture box image location property. So we're going to say load, and we're going to pass this the control on the form, so the path of that. So we call this text box 1, which isn't a great name for control. We'll rename this to file, and then back in the code we can say load file name.txt, and that's all that's needed to load an image into Picturebox control. Now button again, button 1 isn't a great thing, so we'll change that to load, and we need to set the default app to image app, and we can run this. So we've reused some controls we've had before, input text box and a button, but we've added a new Picturebox control onto this form. As you can see, there's no border or anything around it, but when you click load, it takes the image path from ctemp and loads the clouds into the control. And that's it for lesson 5. Thanks very much.